In a moment's notice, the day's top story can change. The weather can take a turn for the worst, and one score can lead to the upset of a lifetime. That's why NewsNet is working to bring you the latest throughout the day and into the night, with constant updates on developing stories and continuing coverage of the news that affects you. So be sure to join me, Remington Hernandez, every weeknight on NewsNet Evening Edition.
Good afternoon and welcome to your hour. I'm Cheryl Nett.
And I'm Ron Nett, and here we are on Friday, the beginning of the Memorial Day weekend, which we have a salute today to Memorial Day. Do you know where Memorial Day started?
No clue.
A lot of people don't know that. And several women's group has said they started it. Nah, actually it was General John Logan was the first one in 1868 that was seen putting flowers on the graves of the Confederate soldiers. So it started down south, in spite of what people think. It's something from the south. And then in 1971, we up north finally legalized it to make it a legal holiday.
Legalized it? You mean it was an illegal holiday?
It was called Decoration Day.
Ah, okay. Well, and I've heard it referred to as Decoration Day by a number of people.
Right.
Old-timers.
Now, yeah, old-timers. Yeah, we have one of those here with us today, too. Anyway, it's now called Memorial Day, and it's in the memory of those that served in the services and lost their lives. However, everybody's kind of spread it over and they memorialize their loved ones they've lost.
Yes, absolutely.
The last part of the segment, last part of the show, the last segment, we have a piece I guarantee you, we run it, it's a tribute to Memorial Day, and it'll bring tears to your eyes.
Uh-oh.
Meantime, what else we have is going to bring tears to our eyes?
Well, we have Larry Simmons from Smoke Eaters is going to talk about the 11th annual Smoke Eaters softball tournament. And Tracy Partridge from the Wichita Public Library is going to talk about the summer teen reading program. B.J. Fisher is going to talk about water safety. And we'll have Robert Verdi he's a fashion guru, my hero.
A guru.
And he talks about dressing appropriately for your body type. So we have a lot of stuff coming up.
So
I think you'll enjoy today's show.
Hair, that's our business. We're Riverside Hair Station at the corner of 11th and Bidding. We're a cool, funky salon with modern styles and a relaxed atmosphere. Locally owned and operated in the heart of Riverside. Specializing in all hair services, we also offer tanning, nails, massage, waxing, and makeup. Gift certificates are always available. So come experience Riverside Hair Station at 816 West 11th or call 264-4807.
As the day breaks, so does the news. So while you're getting ready or making breakfast, the world is changing, and it doesn't stop when you walk out the door. That's why here at NewsNet, we work around the clock to bring you the latest developments. On today's top stories, what's happening in the world of entertainment, last night's scores, and your forecast. So be sure to join me, Victoria Idoni, every weekday on NewsNet Mornings.
Welcome back to your hour. I'm here with Larry Simmons with Smoke Eaters. And Larry, tell us first of all, what is Smoke Eaters?
Smoke Eaters is a benefit softball tournament that we put together to raise money for the children in the burn center, and we allocate that money through the Children's Miracle Network, but it goes to the burn center, 100% of it. 100%
of it goes to the burn center. And I know the burn center does some fabulous work, and they've had some real challenging cases.
Yes, they have. In fact, the burn center is the only facility within this area, actually within a 180-mile radius of Wichita. So really? A lot of people come here, and even people from out of state come here because it's one of the best in the nation.
Well, I've heard that. I've heard that from a number of sources. So And in fact, I know that even St. Jude Children's Hospital has referred patients here to the burn center because our burn center is so much better.
It is.
Well, Larry, the softball tournament is coming up the end of June?
June 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Okay. And you're still taking, people can still register to play?
Yes, they can. The ball teams, we're going to have a men's, you may not understand it, but the ball teams out there, players would understand, but it's called Ks.USA sanctioned tournament.
Okay.
And we're going to have a men's C, D, and E, and a co-ed competitive and a co-ed fun division. And the
okay.
teams can get in through the website. Also, they can call the number, I think it's on the program there.
Yes, it is.
371-7199 is one of the numbers they can call. And it's $165 to get into the tournament, and 100% of that money goes to the kids in the burn center.
And I know that your website is smokeeatersoftball.com.
Correct. And you can register online through that, and there's other information in there too.
Now, you're still needing sponsors as well for this event,
Yes.
is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the other things we do is we have a big barbecue it'll be on the 24th, which is Saturday. We have an opening ceremonies where Eagle Med helicopter flies the child that's going to throw the first pitch out. And it's always someone that has spent some time in the burn unit. So it's a burn survivor, and usually it's a smaller child. And they'll fly them in on the ball field, and then we have a little red fire truck that I made out of a golf cart years ago.
Oh, cool.
Everything on the fire truck actually is off of a real fire truck. And the fire truck's only like 10 foot long by about 5 foot tall. And we pick them up in a helicopter, take them back to pitcher's mound, and throw the first pitch out. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's
We have
very
helicopters, fire trucks, ambulances, everything there.
neat. Oh, that's so cool. I'll bet the kids really get a kick out of that too.
They do. And so we sell raffle tickets, and what we do is at the barbecue, we sell raffle tickets, and we hand out door prizes. And we usually get, probably $5,000 to $10,000 in door prizes.
Very
This
good.
year, we're really behind, so we're needing more door prizes, people that are willing to donate door prizes, anywhere from free meals to, whatever they got, they can give. And then we also are looking for sponsors. We're trying to raise $5,000 to pay the umpire fees,
I see.
the ball diamonds, and also the scorekeepers. And right now we're behind schedule, but we seem to always pull it out every year.
Yeah, but things like this help when
Yes,
you
it
can
does.
actually come on and ask
Yes.
the public to help. And like you said, people can donate products or services
Right.
for the raffle.
Yes. And anyone that would be interested in wanting to come out and volunteer, help out, that's fine. It takes a lot of volunteers to pull this thing out, so. But I guarantee if you ever come out, you're going to love it because it's one of a kind. There's nothing else like it.
Now, where are most of the games played?
They're played at South Lake Softball Complex, and that's just south of 47th, between 47th South and 55th South off of Meridian.
Okay.
There's 8
I
ball
know where that
fields
is.
there, yes. And we have the barbecue there also on that Saturday night.
Okay. So the games are actually spread out all over,
They're spread-
all day.
Right. They start Friday night. We'll run as many as we can Friday night, then all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And we get anywhere between 80 and 100 teams. In fact, we usually max out and we have to shut them down.
Really? Wow.
Yes, we get that many.
So this is like if you want to OD on softball, this
Yeah.
would be the way to do
Well,
it.
there's no other tournament. I mean, where else can you take and pay for an entry fee to a softball tournament, and all your money goes to the kids in the burn center, which stays right here locally in Wichita. And plus, it's a tax write-off through CMN.
Well, yeah, very good.
I mean, you can't lose.
Yeah, the Children's Miracle Network has done some really remarkable things. They are very active in this community. So
And another thing I might say is that the barbecue, it's $10 for adults and $5 for children under, I think it's 10. It's all you can eat.
very good.
All you can eat and drink, and plus there's a very good chance you're going to win a door prize.
Yeah. Well, and it's just a good time. I think
It is.
And who doesn't like baseball?
Yeah, it's softball though.
Softball. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. But the tournament is June 23rd through the 25th.
June 23rd through the 26th.
And they need to register pretty quick if they.
Yes, I'm not sure when the registration cutoff is. I think it's like June the 10th, I believe, or 12th.
Okay.
You'd have to check on the the internet, and like I said, again, call the number 371-7199 or 871-448
Okay.
and get the rest of the information.
Okay. Well, Larry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more Your Hour.
When your yard needs a cleanup and you need help. When your yard needs mowing and your neighbor's yard looks like this. Your shrubs need some trimming. Wichita Lawn Care does it all. Commercial and residential lawn maintenance. Fully insured, offering contactless billing to keep you safe. Fair, dependable, and on time. Services to match the budget. Excellent customer service. A Christian family business. Highly recommended on Google. Wichita Lawn Care LLC. Owner Adam Fry. 316-393-4162. We take pride in what we do.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at nationalcasagal.org.
Welcome to Jim Morgan's Dry Cleaning. We really appreciate your business.
And we are Wichita.
Jim Morgan's Fine Dry Cleaning is a full-service dry cleaner and shirt laundry specializing in high-quality and friendly customer service. We pay close attention to details throughout the entire dry cleaning process. And with over 30 years of experience in the industry, your garments will be clean and pressed to perfection. Jim Morgan's Fine Dry Cleaning is truly a full-service dry cleaner. We clean anything from suits, dresses, trousers, comforters, to draperies. What separates Jim Morgan's Fine Dry Cleaning from the other dry cleaners is we only have one location, and Jim is here waiting on you personally and answer any questions, whether you're in our store or on the telephone. Jim makes sure personally that your special requests are taken care of.
Welcome back to Your Hour. I have Tracy Partridge with me from the Wichita Public Library, filling in nicely for the vacationing Jennifer. And I hear that you have a summer reading program for kids, and it's getting ready to start?
It is actually getting ready to start. It's going to start June 1st, and it's our summer reading club, which is for birth all the way up to age 17. So what's nice is you don't have to be able to read to participate.
Okay.
You just have to have someone who's willing to read to you.
Ah.
And what happens is kids or their caregivers set goals of how many books they want to read or have read to them. And then when they meet that goal, they get a bag full of prizes.
Ah.
Now, they can sign up anytime between June 1st and July 31st at any Wichita Public Library, and they can pick up prizes anytime between July 1st and August 4th. And what I did is I brought a couple of things to show you.
Okay.
Now, the first thing is the most important thing that we give the kids is actually a reading record, and they have to record the titles of the books that they read on that sheet. And then we actually have two prize packages. We have one prize package for the 3 and under because we didn't want choking hazards. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And then we have another prize package for 4 and up. And with the 3 and under, it's 13 different prizes. They actually get a little sand pail. They're little, so this is perfect for them. It has like a little shovel and a little rake and a little scoop. They get a water squirter, and they get some other things. And then with the 4 and up, they get several prizes, but I only brought a few. They get a fuzzy notepad, a fuzzy pencil.
That's cute.
They get bendable pets, and there are several prizes for that one. That prize package actually has 17 prizes in it.
Oh, wow.
But what's really cool is we have 7 local sponsors throughout the community. And Pizza Hut is going to give every finisher a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Very good.
And McDonald's a free ice cream cone. And then we have 4 local restaurants who are giving free kids meals. And that would be Backyard Burger, Hometown Buffet, Carlos O'Kelly's, and Texas Roadhouse. And then the Wichita Wranglers, they're giving every child who meets their reading goal a ticket to a special game, which is going to be on a night called Library Night.
Oh.
And they did it last year, and it was incredibly successful. And they had all of the Summer Reading Club finishers who came come down before the game ever started, and they got to stand on the field, and everybody got to say how cute they were and applaud them. And then they actually had a Summer Reading Club finisher throw the first pitch, and I believe one acted as Bat Boy, and it was a very neat experience.
Oh, that's very cool.
Another thing that we're doing, which as a prize, is we're doing a book plate. The kids get to pick a book in the library, and we will put a book plate in it with their name, and everyone who checks out that book sees that they met their reading goal.
How cool.
Yes.
Well, those are all neat deals. But now teens, of course, aren't going to have the same, they're not going to want the same prizes.
They're not going to want a beach pail or a furry notepad. You are definitely right. The food might encourage them, because if it was me, I would go for food.
Absolutely.
But we actually have a different reading incentive program for them, and that is for individuals entering grades 6 through 12.
Okay.
And just like with the Kids Summer Reading Club, they can sign up anytime between June 1st and July 31st.
Okay.
And the way it works is they keep track of the amount of time they spend reading. And for every 3 hours that they read, they get to enter a weekly drawing. And there are 9 weekly drawings over the summer and 25 winners each week, which is 225 different winners over the summer. And then at the end of the summer, every single weekly entry goes into a grand prize drawing for $100 to them all. So one lucky person wins that.
Very good.
And then 2 lucky people win $50 to them all. And then about 10 other people will win $20 gift certificates to places like Best Buy and Target and Walmart and things like that. And with that one, as I said, they keep track of the amount of time they spend reading. So we give them something called a time tracker. And it is an entry in a weekly drawing. And it represents 3 hours of reading. In order to enter a drawing, they have to read at least 3 hours. And it can be absolutely anything. And teens like that because they may want to read a magazine. You know, they may want to read on the internet. And by keeping track of time, we allow them to do that.
They may want to read a Playboy.
That's not something we would encourage. But, you know, we're not telling them what they have to read. With either program, we're not telling them what they have to read. But they read 3 hours. And with the Teens Read program, it's a chance of winning prizes. With the Summer Reading Club, if you set a reading goal and you meet it by August 4th, you get everything. But with Teens Read, it's a chance. And they're actually only guaranteed to get one thing, a bubblegum machine.
That's cute.
Yes, I thought it was really cute, too. So that's the only thing they're guaranteed to get. But the more they read, the more chances they have to win. And so the more chances they have to win $100 to them all and all that good stuff, which that is appealing.
Absolutely. That would be a good incentive for about any kid I know.
That would be for us.
Absolutely.
Because we would love to go shopping.
Can I sign up?
I know. It just makes me so sad that I don't meet the age requirements.
But you almost meet the size requirements.
That's true. Unfortunately.
So you have other activities for kids and teens at the library?
We do. And one thing that I should have said, which I did not say, the Summer Reading Club and Teens Read programs are free. And you can sign up at any library, and that's something really important to know. But we do have other activities. We have so many, it would be hard to list. But some examples for ones for kids, we have story times for all ages. We have story times for babies and toddlers and preschoolers. We have puppet shows. We have craft programs. We have 3 different magicians coming to the library this summer.
Very cool.
We have Sean Rada, who's a local magician. He's fabulous.
I know him.
Oh, you do? Isn't he great?
Yes, I like him.
And we have Mr. Oz, who I believe is from Kansas City, and Eric Vaughn, who's from Kansas City.
Very cool.
And we have Brent Dillinger, who refers to himself as the Yo-Yo Spin Master. And he is the Yo-Yo Spin Master. He's really good. He's a nationally and internationally ranked yo-yo champion, and he's going to be doing programs for us. And all of those programs, they are free. But then we have teen programs, too. Those are just the kid ones. Teen ones, we have Brent Dillinger. He's going to do a yo-yo workshop.
Yeah, I was going to say, that would appeal to teens.
That would appeal to teens. You're not going to be as good as Brent Dillinger after attending it, but he'll help you. And we also have craft programs. We have one called Duck-Dagami, where they're going to be making things out of duct tape.
Oh, yeah?
And we actually, it was funny, Gwen Harris, who's our young adult advisor, she went out and promoted this in the schools, and one of the teens asked, is my money going to stick to it if I make a duct tape wallet? And she's like, no, it's okay. We will make sure that that doesn't happen. But there's all sorts of things you can make out of duct tape.
Oh, yeah.
And we will know them by the end of the summer.
Duct tape is extremely adaptable.
It is. But there's all sorts of things. Those are just a few of the things that we're going to be offering.
And if they want more information, they can get it off your website?
They can, and our website is www.wichita.lib.ks.us. They can also visit any one of our 9 Wichita Public Libraries, and we have all the information there.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys are always so helpful anytime anybody calls. I know that.
Well, that's what we want to be, and we're glad that you have that opinion. That's our goal.
And we'll be back with more Your Hour. Thank you so much for joining us, Tracy.
Thank you so much. I had fun.
Every weekend, ride with Get TV's Posse.
Saddle my horse.
Laredo.
You're looking for trouble?
The Bolt Brothers.
Here come the brides.
Hondo.
I got a job to do.
Casey Jones. Father Murphy. Hawkeye.
I'll find him.
Maverick.
What do I have to do?
And Walker.
Just tell me when and where.
Weekends under the big sky. All weekend, every weekend on Get TV.
Each weekend on KCTU 5.2.
I'm Morris Langworthy, Chief Meteorologist at NewsNet. At NewsNet, we're working around the clock to bring you the latest weather conditions, right where you live and around the country. We're using the latest technology to bring you those conditions. If it's rainy, sunny, or even severe, you'll be prepared. Tune into NewsNet for the latest weather forecast at 12 and 42 past the hour around the clock, only on NewsNet.
Your Hour. Drowning remains the second leading cause of unintentional injury-related deaths for children 14 and under. So with summer almost here, B.J. Fisher, the Director of Health and Safety at the American Lifeguard Association, is here to give us some important safety information. Hi, B.J.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Very good.
You know, drowning is a concern for a lot of people. We have a pool in our backyard, so that's something that we're constantly thinking about, you know, ways to make our backyard secure.
Well, it's important, you know, when you're dealing with water safety, there's 2 tools that the whole family can use to help save lives. And it's what you have and what you know that can make a difference. With a backyard pool, you need to have proper safety equipment, such as a reaching pole or a ring buoy, and such as this one here that's lightweight that even the kid can use to toss to another to help save a life. If you're dealing with the swimming pool also, make sure you have a cordless phone or a cell phone handy to call 911. And the concern is that learning what to do in case of emergency. It's very important.
So what other important messages, pardon me, about water safety can you give our viewers?
Well, some things of importance is making sure you have the right equipment. If they're planning out to go boating this summer, they should have a U.S. Coast Guard approved plastic life vest on. It needs to be sized appropriately. Other issues is that you got to learn how to swim, and no matter what the age is, it's never too early to get into swimming lessons. But even knowing how to swim and being an expert swimmer, rule of thumb, never swim alone, because an emergency can come up without any notice and you need assistance with somebody else. So as parents, we need to make sure that even if our kids know how to swim, they still need to be supervised properly, because a drowning can occur in a matter of moments, seconds, without a splash or a sound.
Yeah, you know, when I was a child, I remember that all of the teachers in our swimming classes always stressed the buddy system. You never went in the water alone.
It's true. It's very important. The other thing is that if you do have to take life-saving measures in your own hand, first off, always notify 911. The other thing is never come in direct contact with an active drowning victim, because it could relate to a double drowning situation. So you should always reach out to them, or push something to them, such as a plastic life raft, or toss them a ring buoy. The rule of thumb is always reach, push, throw.
Okay. What other kinds of training should people have?
The American Lifeguard Association recommends not only swimming lessons, but everybody, teenagers and adults, should be taking a CPR class. And if you have a backyard pool, we even recommend that you take a lifeguard class, or if you're a boater yourself. So water safety, CPR, lifeguarding classes, we do have those programs with our organization. And again, you could log on to our website at AmericanLifeguard.com.
You know, that's all really good advice because, like you said, drowning can happen so quickly and with so little warning and so little sound to alert anyone to what's happening. When, for instance, when a child goes underwater, about how long do you have to safely rescue them?
Well, again, the situation is by keeping the child in visual contact at all times. As a matter of fact, we're endorsing a commercial pool sign now that the rules actually stipulate that even if you have a swimmer, a young child, we're recommending that they still have a plastic flotation device used at all times, and that they should be within arm's length of their parent that's watching them. A child going under, usually what happens is not a sound, a splash. Within minutes, respiratory arrest goes into cardiac arrest, and at that point the 911 system, if not coming out within a few minutes, you lose a life. Thousands of individuals drown every year. Most of them are children.
Yes, and that's a very scary thought. In our household, I know all of our kids and grandkids learned how to swim at a very young age, and our main thinking was if they know at least how to stay afloat in water, should they fall in the water accidentally, hopefully they would be able to stay afloat long enough for somebody to help them. But you can't always count on that. That's correct, but it's an excellent survival tool. That's something that there's a program out now teaching toddlers how to float on their back if they do fall in the water, and we do recommend those type of programs. Yes, I think they're very necessary. Especially there are a lot of people who have pools in their backyards anymore, and that's something that they all need to be cognizant of, is the safety and safety always. Statistically, we have 2 million backyard pools, losing 3,500 individuals a year to drowning. And again, it's the second leading cause of children under the age of 14 of accidental death. Well, BJ, we really appreciate all your tips today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for having us, and have a happy and safe summer. You too.
And we're going to put a lot of that stuff to work this weekend.
That's absolutely right. And you know, we need to brush up on our CPR skills. We haven't taken a course in CPR for a long, long time.
I used to teach it, but I know.
Been a while. You need to brush up. That stuff, you lose it. You forget about it. Anyway, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Coming up on KCTU Reports, the first sign of summer, a water main break.
Were you a victim of a high-pressure or dishonest timeshare sales agent? Were you misled and confused with what you were buying? Did the timeshare fail to deliver what you were promised? Do you feel that you overpaid and just want out? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we can help. We're Timeshare Compliance. Our team can legally terminate your timeshare agreement, ending the payments forever. With one simple call, we can help end the financial suffering.
Call 800-230-3818, 800-230-3818.
In a moment's notice, the day's top story can change. The weather can take a turn for the worst, and one score can lead to the upset of a lifetime. That's why NewsNet is working to bring you the latest throughout the day and into the night, with constant updates on developing stories and continuing coverage of the news that affects you. So be sure to join me, Remington Hernandez, every weeknight on NewsNet Evening Edition.
Have old junk cluttering up office space and laying around and wondering what to do with it? Give us a call. American E-Waste Recycling is located at 716 South Washington. Phone us at 316-871-9858. Come see Todd. We accept all household, yard equipment type, business items, and medical type items. Food pickups for schools and businesses. American E-Waste Recycling is located at 716 South Washington.
Your home is your castle, and it's your biggest investment. It doesn't matter if it needs new exterior paint, new siding, a sunny new deck, a kitchen update with wallpaper removal, or new cabinets with a granite top.
Your home can be like new with a paint job or flooring. With 9 years experience and 5 years as a licensed insured business, Los Reyes Painting and Remodeling does residential or commercial work for a reasonable price. To get your free estimate to make your castle look like new, call 316-409-0002.
Welcome back to your hour. Coming up in a little bit, we're going to hear from Robert Verdi, who's a fashion guru, talking about full-figured women.
And before that, we're going to hear our news guru give you the current news and the KCTU newsroom. Here's R.J. Dickens.
Nominated for a 2005 Heartland Emmy Award for Best Dayside Newscast, KCTU reports in your hour. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm R.J. Dickens. It's 83 degrees at Wichita's Mid-Continent Airport. We have breaking news. Guns drawn, police briefly sealed off the Capitol this morning and launched a floor-by-floor search of the largest office structure on Capitol Hill after an unidentified caller reported gunfire. Amid chaos and confusion, police said there were no injuries, arrests, or confirmation of the gunfire. Shots were reported around 10:30 Eastern Time in the Rayburn Building parking garage. The Associated Press reports a police dispatch saying police were looking for someone about 6 feet tall, but it was not known whether the dispatch was related to the incident. This police spokesperson said the massive search and rescue police deployment was triggered by a single telephone call by an unidentified individual. Police had no other confirmation of gunfire, the spokesperson said at a noon news conference. The Senate was in session at the time, but the House was not, as most lawmakers had left for Memorial Day. On the police blotter, police are searching for a former Wichita resident wanted in Louisiana on rape and murder charges. Edmundo Sarata Anima is wanted for first-degree murder of a 51-year-old woman walking in a New Orleans park. The woman was reported missing by friends who lost track of her. Anima is 5 feet 11, 160 pounds, black hair and blue eyes, and believed to be driving a blue Ford F-150 with Kansas tags WGT 384. An aggravated robbery occurred about 1:45 a.m. this morning near a bar at Lincoln's and Hydraulic. A man ran into a former acquaintance at the club, leaving with her in her car. Once inside the car, another man hiding in the back seat revealed himself. The three drove to Osage Park, where the first man was robbed at gunpoint. Police are searching for a mid-1980s Oldsmobile and its occupants, a 35-year-old woman, blonde, 5 feet 6, 200 pounds, and the man approximately 32 years old. In honor of Monday's Memorial Day holiday, most banks and government offices will be closed. All city buildings and recreation centers in Wichita will be closed on Monday. Wichita public libraries will be closed Sunday and Monday, but municipal golf courses will remain open. Moments ago, Kansas Governor Kathleen Sebelius formally announced her intentions to seek a second term on the south steps of the state capitol building in Topeka. As expected, no announcement was made concerning a running mate to replace retiring Lieutenant Governor John Moore, but a Sebelius spokesperson says such an announcement can be expected before the end of next week. Wichita motorists are being urged to avoid the intersection of 13th and Hillside after an early morning water main break in that area. City crews were able to fix the break, but the excavation site is still exposed and street crews are busy repairing the intersection. Streets are expected to be reopened sometime this evening. Plans for the second annual Park City Poker Tournament were unveiled at a news conference yesterday afternoon. Proceeds from this year's tournament will go towards cerebral palsy research. Tournament promoter and former Wichita Mayor Bob Knight praised the tournament organizers, the Wichita-based Amateur Poker League.
And the media ought to access them because they're doing things very quietly. It won't be so quiet after this, but they're doing things quietly that I think bring an enormous amount of distinction to this little speck of real estate we call home here in South Central Kansas.
This year's tournament will be held June 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, with the finals on July 10th. It's 85 degrees at the KCTU studios in downtown Wichita. Taking a look at current conditions. Winds are from the south at 12 miles per hour. Relative humidity is 73%. And the barometric pressure is 29.75 inches. Storm Predator 5 radar shows a lot of activity to the northeast between Emporia and Manhattan in its 150-mile radius. Your Storm Predator 5 weekend ICAST for Wichita, Park City, and vicinity. This afternoon, partly cloudy with a 40% chance of thunderstorms, breezy, highs near 90. Tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, lows near 70. Saturday, mostly sunny, windy, highs in the mid-90s. Saturday night, mostly clear, windy, lows near 70. Sunday, mostly sunny, windy, highs 90 to 95. Sunday night, mostly clear, breezy, lows near 70. And for Monday, mostly clear, breezy, highs in the mid-90s. On Wall Street, no real change in overall sentiment as the afternoon session gets underway, but the indices are off their best levels. At noon Eastern, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 48 points to 11,259. The NASDAQ was up 7 1/3 to 2206. The Standard & Poor's 500 was up nearly 4 points to 1277. And the KCTU River City Index of Wichita and the Northland's 20 largest publicly traded employers is up 37 cents to 453.58. Here's a look at stocks of local interest. In sports, the Kansas City Royals purchased right-hander Bobby Keppel's contract from AAA Omaha before last night's loss to Detroit. Keppel was 3-4 with a 5.00 ERA and 9 starts at Omaha. For now, the Royals plan to use him as a reliever. Remember, you can watch Sunday's game with the New York Yankees Sunday at noon, only on KCTU 5. And don't forget to stay tuned afterwards to catch local baseball with the Newton Rebels taking on the Park City Cowboys at 3 o'clock. And finally, aldermen determined to restore peace and tranquility to Chicago neighborhoods introduced a pair of crackdowns Wednesday, one establishing a 10-minute time limit on dogs barking, the other empowering police to impound ice cream trucks that play music after 7 p.m. The dog barking ordinance, championed by Alderman Danny Solis, is designed to rein in irresponsible and indifferent dog owners. Solis acknowledged the 10-minute time limit has the potential to create even more conflict by pitting dog owners against neighbors bearing stopwatches. But there's an added element of concern to the ice cream ordinance. Alderman Manny Flores suspects there's more than ice cream being sold after hours. Bill Journey will be in at 6 o'clock tonight for the River City Forum, and we'll be back with Robert Verdi as your hour continues.
Hair, that's our business. We're Riverside Hair Station at the corner of 11th and Biddy. We're a cool, funky salon with modern styles and a relaxed atmosphere. Locally owned and operated in the heart of Riverside. Specializing in all hair services, we also offer tanning, nails, massage, waxing, and makeup. Gift certificates are always available. So come experience Riverside Hair Station at 816 West 11th or call 264-4807.
Every weekend, ride with Get TV's Posse.
I saddled my horse.
Laredo.
You looking for trouble?
The Bolt Brothers.
Here come the brides.
Hondo.
I got a job to do.
Casey Jones. Father Murphy. Hawkeye.
I'll find him.
Maverick.
What do I have to do?
And Walker.
Just to me when and where.
Weekends under the big sky. All weekend, every weekend on Get TV.
Each weekend on KCTU 5.2.
Well, are you stuck on gift ideas for Father's Day or graduation season? No worries, we have digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong on hand to give us some of the latest gadgets and coolest trends. Hi Mario, it's good to have you here.
Oh, good to be on with you, Cheryl. It's true, I have done some homework to find some of the best gift ideas for all you dads and grads out there, so I partnered up with some great brands to really hook you all up.
Well, do you have any gifts that help focus on health?
I do, and I've been wearing this one all morning long. It's called the Halo View. It's Amazon's latest health tracker. It's got a vibrant color display on it, but you can quickly see your sleep score, your blood oxygen level, your heart rate, notifications, live workout tracking, and so much more. It even comes with a 1-year Halo membership for access to personalized health insights, exclusive features, the ability to measure your mobility, and it's got premium content. It's going to help keep you moving, but also help you sleep and eat better. And they got a variety of different band options, so there's something to match everybody's style.
Can you dial 911 off of it?
Can't dial 911 off of it, but you can sure be ahead of yourself and be like, whoa, my heart rate's looking a little high, maybe I need to make a call.
So I understand that you have some ideas for the dads and grads that love entertainment.
I do. I got a couple of things that fall under entertainment. I'll start first with the Kodak Luma 350. Now, this is an all-in-one portable cinema, Cheryl. It's super slim. You can put this in your pocket, take it with you anywhere, and through the projector app, you can view content at home or on the road. Now, this is really perfect for movie night in the backyard, but even business presentations and more. It projects in Ultra HD. It's got built-in speakers, and you can download apps to it right onto the projector and use your phone as a remote. So you don't need a laptop or anything to connect to this. This is all you need to pull up your favorite content. And the other thing I have for entertainment is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie is out on digital, but that's not all. Sonic the Hedgehog fans will love the limited edition collector set that includes the original film on 4K and Blu-ray, a digital code, a comic book, and poster cards. Now, the collectible set is available now, but it's going to move quick, so you better check it out at Amazon or Best Buy while you can. And get this, the first 4 seasons of the mega hit series Yellowstone, starring Kevin Costner, that's also available on DVD and Blu-ray. So some great entertainment options right there.
Okay. So what are some of the other top gifts that are on your list?
Well, Cheryl, you know, the men in the family got to smell good. So get your dad or grad the all-new Old Spice Gentleman's Blend lineup of body wash and deodorant. This is gentle on the skin. They got a revamped formula with supercharged odor fighters and moisturizers. And Old Spice's Gentleman's Blend body wash is really going to give them that fresh feeling all day with scents that anyone will love. And the Old Spice Gentleman's Blend deodorant has 48-hour mineral fortified odor protection. It's got a long-lasting scent, and I love that when you put it on, it's not going to leave stains on your clothes. It's one of my highlights. And then lastly, I want you to upgrade Dad's TV. This is an easy upgrade to do. You can do it with the Roku Stream Bar, which is going to give them powerful streaming and premium sound. You can also add heart-pounding bass to this, immersive surround sound with wireless subwoofer and speakers. What's cool is that he can automatically lower loud commercials when they come blaring in, or he can boost the volume of voices if he needs to hear them clearer. You can even use night listening to not wake the house. And the interface is really easy to use, so it's going to be easy for him to find his favorite movies, or even free shows like Roku Originals, like the hilarious Season 1 of Children Ruin Everything. Because they do.
I didn't know that was a thing. And I agree.
Yeah, they do. But I love him. Yeah, I love my kid, but, you know, he ruins everything. Yeah. No, it's a funny show. You should check it out. It's really great.
So where can we go to learn more about all these things, Mario?
Just head on over to our website. We got techgifts.tv, techgifts with an S.tv. And if you want access to me directly, just shoot me a message on Instagram. You can find me at Mario Armstrong.
Okay. Well, it's always a pleasure visiting with you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and congratulations to all the graduates. You did the hard work. Congrats to you.
All right. Thank you, Mario.
All right. Talk soon.
And we'll be back with more. Well, today, just in time for summer and Memorial Day, we have the ingredients for a fantastic party. Joining us is cookbook author and food writer Rebecca Lang. She's the author of 8 cookbooks and has recently been featured in Parade Magazine and MarthaStewart.com. And her newest cookbook is Y'all Come Over. Hi, Rebecca. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. You have an impressive y'all. I like it.
You know, it's funny because I used to tell people I never say y'all. But I do. I find myself a lot of times I'll say it and I think, oh, I do say y'all.
You do? Yeah, it's good for you.
So I'm ready to party. Where do I start?
I always start by making a plan first. So maybe like 3 days in advance, I write a timeline. So that way I have my recipes ready, I have my house is picked up, I'm dressed and ready. So when that doorbell rings, all that's left to do is spend time with my friends coming over and we all enjoy it. Because the host or the hostess, you need to enjoy your own party.
Exactly. So can you tell us a favorite item that you have on every summer party menu?
Easily do that. So every summer holiday of my life, we have always had Bush's baked beans. My mom makes a side dish that is a family tradition. Because really, Bush's baked beans are a sure side of a good time. And for me, especially this week as we move into Memorial Day, it's kind of like opening a can of summertime. It brings out the best in the summer meal, and with the savory flavors in the beans, it also makes things that are also our favorites for summertime, like hot dogs and hamburgers, taste even better. And I love all the flavors. I love the original and the sweet heat. But I have to tell you, Cheryl, the brown sugar hickory is my go-to favorite. It is like it has been roasted all day and tastes like summer. You can't get better than that.
Yeah, in fact, I like to take those baked beans and put them on top of my hamburger or my hot dog instead of chili. I prefer the beans instead of chili.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, do you have some ways that we can create sweet success during our summer gatherings?
You know, no party is a party without sweets. So I keep the fun going all summer with delicious Entenmann's baked goods. I'm so excited. I don't know if you realize this, but Entenmann's has been baking for over 100 years. Not many companies can say that. So I have created like a sweet tower. I wish you were here to try some of these with me. I have rich frosted donuts. Then I have these incredible Pop'ems glazed donut holes on top. I have the Minis apple snack pies. And I also have the Minis brownie chocolate chip. The coolest thing ever is that Entenmann's makes over 100 baked goods. So you could have a different Entenmann's for every single person at your party, still not taste them all. Everybody's happy. But I love that apple pie and summertime, go hand in hand. So these are some of my favorites to have. It's so easy. And when you're working on food everywhere else, it's awfully nice to have a wonderful dessert you can put out and know that everybody will be happy.
Yeah. And you didn't have to slave over a hot stove getting it done.
Exactly.
So what about suggestions for a good, tasty main dish?
Well, I love to get everybody outside by the grill. I think that's really fun when you're having a party. And a way to do that is to do your entrees on the grill during the party. So I love a bacon and barbecued shrimp. I take Georgia shrimp, wrap them in bacon, slather them with some barbecue sauce. You could use homemade, or if you wanted to buy some at the store. I also really like a skirt steak. I don't know if you've tried skirt steak, Cheryl, but it's a great cut of beef. It's inexpensive, and it usually grills super quickly because it's so thin. But I'll marinate it in some red wine vinegar, a little olive oil, and I even make a fennel slaw and serve them with tortillas sometimes. But those two things are easy to do on the grill, gets everybody outside and excited, and then you're ready to go for the party.
Yeah, I like that. So do you have any fun beverage recommendations?
I keep it real simple when it comes to the beverages because we've worked on everything else. So let's go to the grocery store. We can buy a gallon of lemonade. You can pick up a gallon of fruit punch if you want to. But what you're going to do to really give it personality when you get home, pour in a pitcher. Don't, get rid of that gallon plastic container because nobody needs to know that we just bought those at the store. And in our lemonade, we're going to put some fresh mint, some sliced limes, and I love to put edible flowers in the fruit punch because I think it makes it so beautiful. So if your herbs are blooming outside or you have a grocery store where they sell edible flowers, Pick some up, let them float in there. Everybody will be impressed and have no idea you just picked that up at the grocery.
We grow mint in our backyard, and a lot of times I'll pick a couple of sprigs of mint and put them in my tea.
I think fresh mint could go everywhere. I put fresh mint a lot of times in salads. I don't know if you've tried it there, but it makes a salad just bright and fresh. Fresh spinach and mint, or even lettuce and mint, are incredible. Try that, because you know, if your mint's like mine, it's this big by this time of year. It's huge.
Oh yeah, lots of it, lots of it. So where can we go to learn more, Rebecca?
Well, head on over to tipsontv.com for everything we talked about today.
And I want to get a copy of your cookbook. Y'all come over.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Now that you've got your accent on, you'll be right at home.
That's right. Well, Rebecca, it was a real pleasure. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
When your yard needs a cleanup and you need help. When your yard needs mowing and your neighbor's yard looks like this. Your shrubs need some trimming. Wichita Lawn Care does it all. Commercial and residential lawn maintenance. Fully insured, offering contactless billing to keep you safe. Fair, dependable, and on time. Services to match the budget. Excellent customer service. A Christian family business. Highly recommended on Google. Wichita Lawn Care LLC. Owner Adam Fry. 316-393-4162. We take pride in what we do.
Hair, that's our business. We're Riverside Hair Station at the corner of 11th and Bidding. We're a cool, funky salon with modern styles and a relaxed atmosphere. Locally owned and operated in the heart of Riverside. Specializing in all hair services, we also offer tanning, nails, massage, waxing, and makeup. Gift certificates are always available. So come experience Riverside Hair Station at 816 West 11th or call 264-4807.
Welcome back to your hour. This is, we were going to talk about legalized drugs.
Well, yes, there's a group of about 5,000 retired police officers have formed an organization, and they come out and they feel that what we have now is not a war on drugs, it's prohibition. And from what the original prohibition that we had on liquor didn't work. It allows the criminal element to be into the drugs, and that's what is causing
And the
problem.
criminal element is getting rich off drugs.
That's right. So if they legalize, it will go away just like it did on alcohol. But we have a short segment of a longer segment that we'll see later, that we have a short segment that kind of explains what they're doing. So let's go to that.
What's really bizarre, Jack, is that we have these private prisons that have now hired lobbyists to go get minimum mandatories and new laws.
In the spring of 2002, 5 current and former ranking police officers got together to talk about the war on drugs and its impact on their fellow officers. Over the next 3 years, this group of 5 swelled to 500 as current and former DEA agents, police chiefs, judges, and prosecutors joined their ranks. Now they've gone public, and what they're saying is shaking the drug war establishment to its roots.
I think one of the things that I need to confront with respect to my own behavior is that even though for many years I have believed that this drug war is not just nonsense but harmful financially and psychically and spiritually, it's just an immoral proposition. I should have been saying much more of that much more strenuously.
When I joined New Jersey State Police in 1964, we had 1,700 troopers. We had a 7-man narcotic unit, always seemed perfectly adequate for the job we needed to do. And then overnight, as a result of these bills of Mr. Nixon's, we went from a 7-man unit to a 76-person narcotic bureau. Well, what they decided to do was they took undercover people like myself, and they targeted us against small friendship groups of young people in college, like yourselves. And as soon as we got in there and became their friends, come a Friday night, somebody would say, hey, school's out, we're off work, anyone want to get high? And of course, if nobody said that, that was our job. If somebody simply passed a marijuana cigarette, to me, they became a drug dealer. That handheld marijuana cigarette would send that person to jail for 7 years. Over 1,000 young people went to jail as a direct result of what I did out there as one undercover agent, something that I'm certainly not proud of today.
When I was a police officer in 1966, I used to enjoy kicking in doors and going after, you know, a half a baggie of marijuana or a seed, even for that matter. It was a felony. We were told in the academy that that was a big pinch. It was really important to collect those numbers, and I did it. I did it with zeal. I did it with a lot of vigor. But after about 14 months on the job, having had a principal prosecutor slap me upside the head and question my understanding of the Constitution, I began to understand that the 17 or the 19-year-old kid I had in the backseat of my police car was not a criminal at all.
I'm a retired police captain. I spent 20 years in law enforcement working for the town of Tonawanda Police Department. Now, the only way this war on drugs is going to be won is if we make drugs go away. We got to win the war. The enemy's got to be gone. We're making a war on drugs. Drugs are the enemy. We got to make them go away. Show of hands. How many people in this room believe we can do anything to make drugs go away? No more heroin, no more crack cocaine, no more marijuana. Drugs are gone. Let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so we can't make these drugs go away, so this war on drugs really isn't a good title. Makes us feel good. Going to win the war. But it really doesn't describe the policy. I got another word that describes the policy perfectly. Prohibition. How many people got a picture of a big black car, Chicago, Al Capone, and a Thompson submachine gun in their head? Anybody? How many other thought when you hear that word, that doesn't work? Isn't that what we learned in this country between 1920 and 1933? Prohibition doesn't work. That's why we ended it. Well, that is a description of the policy that we live under today in America when it comes to drugs.
Under Prohibition, we have given the right to the criminal of who's going to supply the drugs to the United States, what kind of drugs are going to be supplied, how much those drugs are going to cost, how they're going to be produced, how potent they're going to be, what age levels they're going to sell to, and where they're going to sell. And if they decide they're going to sell to 10-year-old kids on our playgrounds, by God, that's where they'll be sold.
The thing that gets me is we don't learn a thing from history. We want our institutions to be pure and not corrupt, but yet we do the things that we know is going to corrupt them.
And this is tribute to them.
Yeah.
Yes, that was good food for thought, you know. And then with that, this being the Friday before Memorial Day, we offer this as our tribute to Memorial Day. And man also screw up occasionally.
Yep, that happens.
Okay, why don't you finish what you were saying about what we got coming up on Tuesday?
Okay, well, Tuesday we'll have, like I said, Bob Meyer and Carolyn Dodson. We'll have R.J. Dickens with KCTU Reports and Saban Collier with Portfolio Financial Group. I'm not sure about Bucky Walters since he won't be able to record on Monday. We might have to do his segment on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. But I haven't,
Maybe he could do it live.
Well, he hasn't returned my call yet, so I don't know.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
that would be nice if he could do it live. We'd like that. So, But anyway, but we have a lot, we'll have a full week again next week, but we will start our week on Tuesday instead of Monday.
So you're going to have to get in and have a little bit of withdrawal, your hour withdrawal, since we aren't going to be here on Monday. But we will be around on Sunday at 3 o'clock. You'll be able to watch the Cowboys play the Newton Rebels. And this is immediately after the great Royals baseball game. You can watch the Royals and you can watch some real baseball.
Yeah, there you go.
But we're anxious to start the season with the Cowboys, the Park City Cowboys. They're undefeated 8-0 at this point. So it should be pretty good.
Well, and the Newton Rebels were represented here yesterday, and they're undefeated at this point as well.
Well, they're just starting their season. That's a college.
I know,
those
but
are all
they're
college
undefeated.
students. Those are college students playing there. So it's going to be the old guys against the young guys. We're going to see what happens.
My money's on the old guys.
That's right. It always is. Better be. Anyhow, we hope you have a great weekend and be safe.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great weekend.
You're watching KCTU 5. Wichita and the world.